The title of Kendrick's third album, To Pimp A Butterfly, seems to play off of the book To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Mockingbirds don't do one thing but make music for us to enjoy. As Kendrick explains in the ending of the track Mortal Man, the butterfly represents the talent and beauty within the caterpillar, but the caterpillar sees the butterfly as weak and figures out a way to pimp it to its own benefits. So here we are, Monday, March 23rd, and the album is finally out in stores. So of course we had to go out and pick it up. We had to make a few stops, but we finally found it. Hey everybody, it's Bree McCoy. This is the album review for Kendrick Lamar's new album, To Pimp A Butterfly. This is how I feel about album reviews. I do not feel that you can listen to an album one time and give an honest review. So this is my first time listening to it. I've been sitting here for about maybe like 30 minutes already, just like going through the songs. I've been like cleaning, moving around, just so I can like just get in the mood of it. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. It's an album that you have to take in. It's very complex. If you are one of those people that are totally like in the trap, okay, this is not, just turn it off. Just turn it off, because this is not going to be your sound. This is not going to be the album for you. The sound is really giving me like that old school funk. The older generations would definitely appreciate that. Anyone out there that has the opinion that hip-hop is dead and blah 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 whatever, you can't listen to this album and still have that opinion. And if you do, then you're probably just a hater, or you just should sit down. I don't know what to tell you. As soon as it comes on, it's giving me jazz. Okay, that's music right there. You can't say jazz and then say not music. You really can't put this album into words. All you could do is laugh. Like I'm speechless, and I can't even really put it in. Just listen to the damn song. You can't not move. Like,
true friends. One question.
This is not the album for you to stand on a wall and stunt with your stance. No. I'm staring at these speakers because I can't grasp fully what the fuck is coming out of it. I make no sense, but this is how I am about music. It's refreshing to hear real instruments. When's the last time you heard a saxophone in a hip hop track? God bless anybody that was in that studio. There are so many other elements to the sound of this album. Everything that he's feeling is coming through his voice. When he says, "And if this bottle could talk," and you hear like the actual glass of him, you actually hear him drinking, and you hear like the glass knocking, the cup knocking, whatever it is. There's so much depth to this album. This is the sixth track. I have a lisp, so my 6 is going to sound crazy. Okay, it's life. I've accepted it. Hopefully you will too. If you have a problem with the N-word, then this probably won't get annoying to you, because he says nigga a lot. I don't have a problem with the N-word. I will never have a problem with the N-word. I feel like we as black people have turned it and made it ours. There's a lot of emotion and a lot of history behind that word, and I personally don't have a problem with it. It's powerful, it's emotion, it's music, it's expression. In the ending of the track I, Kendrick goes into detail about how the N-word was actually taken from the Ethiopian term nigas, which signifies kings and royalty, not the meaning of ignorance that the history books teach us. So if you have a problem with it, whatever.
Be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? White and whole black. Critics wanna mention that they miss when hip hop was rapping. Motherfucker, if you did, then kill him like a big platinum. Y'all priority. Fuck the small portion, more divorce, course and portion. My check with less endorsement. I saw you with them bitches that didn't want it, and now his dick ain't free. I'm mad, but I ain't stressing. Gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Once it's day one, you niggas boo-boo. Your own boy, you black, that you from? Boo-boo. Little hoes you went to school with? Boo-boo. Baby mama and you know. Think about it, I deposit every thinking of my partner, put the candy penning on the Rico, thinking in my pocket, ain't a profit, big enough to feed you. I like to get another dollar just to keep you in the presence of your Chico. I love that. Shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass. Shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass, baby.
What?
Not the court, baby, whoa, whoa. Oh yeah, fuck the judge, I made it past 25, and there I was, a little nappy-head nigga with the world behind him. Life ain't shit but a fat vagina, screaming, Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay?
So as you know, I have been listening to this album non-stop. Amazing. Like, amazing is an understatement. And every time I listen to it, I like something else about it. I hear something different. I interpret a song differently. One week I'll have a favorite song, and next week I'll have a different favorite song. I'll have a group of songs. I just like the whole album. There's really no... You can listen to this album from beginning to end. Anyone that is a true music head and is a person that really is passionate about albums and a body of work knows that if you can genuinely listen to an album from the beginning to the end without skipping a track, it's a winner. My favorite song is Mortal Man. That is my #1 favorite song as of now. I'm pretty sure a week from now it'll change to something else. The whole idea of him having a conversation with Tupac, and it's amazing. Just imagine in real life if they really had that conversation. People don't have conversations now in hip-hop. Everything is about money, who's making the most, who's flashing this and flashing that, who has the best car, blah blah blah. Kendrick and Tupac would have had so many deep conversations, and that it's just it's out of this world that his mind went there to even do something like that, and that it came out the way that it did. It didn't come off in a way that was disrespectful or like he was doing too much or like he was coming off cocky. It still came off humble, and then to end it like that was just genius. He's genius. He's a genius. If you're wondering how the whole conversation came about with Kendrick and Tupac, that was actually taken from a 2-decade-old Q&A with the late rapper. If Tupac was here today, he definitely would have had a great respect for Kendrick. The mindset that Tupac had and the mindset that Kendrick has is definitely similar in so many aspects. Overall, it's just a piece of art. It almost gave me chills and goosebumps listening to it. The whole conversation focuses on legacy and the current state of hip-hop, how to handle success, the creative thought, the whole idea of doing that came from Kendrick. It goes to show how this album, this body of work, I'm sorry, you can't even really just call it an album. This is a body of work, and in my generation, you don't see a lot of bodies of work. People are just throwing out music. You got mixtape after mixtape, EP after EP, album after album. Like back in the day, you could put out an artist could put out an album and you wouldn't hear from them for a year or two, and it was cool. They would still have their fan base, and their fans would just wait for that next body of work because it was a body of work. It was a process. This is definitely going to be an album to talk about years from now. This album is a piece of history. This album is a piece of hip-hop's history. So that means that everyone else has to step their game up because Kendrick has just set the bar. Complexion. I love, 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 love complexion. That's a slave mentality. The whole complexion thing. The whole light is better than dark. That is a hate that we have within our own community. All the songs have a message. The Black of the Berry and Hood Politics are also two other songs that I really love. But I can't really say that I have favorite songs. I love the whole album. The whole album is great. You have to listen to the whole album. You know, I love how he's so honest in this album. Especially the point that he made about being a hypocrite and how we all can talk about all of the police brutality and about all the killings, but on the other hand, how at the end of the day we kill our own people, and that's a fact. You know, he speaks on that, and that's truth. That's going to make you think. It's going to make you stop and think. We haven't had an artist come out that has actually made us think. And if you go back, not to compare him to Tupac, but Tupac made us think. He did. You cannot deny that. He had a message. He was going to tell you how he felt, and you were going to feel it. You may not have always agreed with it, but you still felt it because it was true and it was authentic. I'm not going to do the whole cliche, what I rate the album from a 1 to a 10 or 1 to a 5. I'm not going to do that because you can't really put a number. You can't really rate this album. There's so many pieces that were put together to make this body of work, and it's just an incredible album overall. So that's what I'm going to rate it. It's incredible. Complex.com says, where Good Kid, Mad City was literature of a time, a place, and precious personal details, the Kendrick Lamar of To Pimp A Butterfly is a disembodied outpouring of rage, dread, and iridescence. I'm not a person that's big on numbers and where an album lands on the charts. It's a lot of albums that people don't even know of that, in my opinion, and I'm sure in other people's opinions, are classic albums. So that really doesn't matter to me. I rate it amazing. I rate it incredible. We have music back. Thank you, Kendrick, for giving us music back. Thank you for that. Thank you.